Hello and God bless everybody. I know earlier I didn't talk about this in my earlier Die video because I was just so excited when it of just this game finally getting announced. I was just so excited that this game just finally got announced. But I figure I streamed GU a lot today, so I figure why not make a video actually going over everything that was revealed today or yesterday. Might as well say yesterday because that's when the video will upload, of everything that was revealed so far for this Die GU HD remaster. As of right now, there is no news on a Western release, but I'm almost guaranteeing that because this is a PC and PS4 game, and because I've read before that the president of CyberConnect 2, which if I can find his name in this article, this guy right here, Hiroshi Matsuma, has said in an interview, which you can go watch one of my previous videos. I have it in the card in the video, but he had said in a previous interview, which I had done a video on, that he would love to release Diet games in the West again. He knows the Western fan base is there, so he knows that there is a big install base in the West, so he would like to re-release it in the West. So I'm almost guaranteeing, especially with this having a PC port, usually they don't release games on the PC in Japan. They release them probably either on the PS3 or just PS4. So it's weird for them to do a PC release in Japan when really more people don't really play PC games, or at least JRPG PC games on PC in Japan. So I'm almost guaranteeing this is probably going to get released in the West, most likely sometime this year or sometime next year. But without further ado, let's get on to this article and read everything in it, because I know I didn't read everything in it earlier. I was just super excited it's finally happened. But first I would go over the info that as of right now that we have one, the Die GU HD remaster. So they did say it will run in a full HD 1080p 60 frames per second, which I really love. If you actually play GU on the PS2 through emulator, you can tell it already ran at 60 FPS. So I'm glad they're not decreasing the 60 FPS, because it already had run at 60 FPS. Well, it ran between 60 and between 40 and 60, but it mostly ran at 60 during certain cutscenes. So that's good that they're making it run at 60 FPS. I'm kind of hoping that because it's released on the PS4, it gets PS4 Pro support, so we can run it at 4K. That will make me super happy if we can run it at 4K. And they're also updating the UI in HD, so it's not even going to have the same UI as the original PS2, which I'm really glad, because that PS2 UI does look a little bit outdated. I said that in my video earlier. They're adding the extra retry functionality, which I'm actually glad. They had said the retry functionality is when you die, you can immediately retry, and you don't have to go back to your save point. So I'm really glad about that. This cheat mode is optional, so I probably won't use it on the first playthrough. I'll probably use it on like a third or fourth. So that's there in case you want to do multiple playthroughs. You're able to do that. I'm probably not going to use that on the first playthrough, because I like the difficulty of GU and I like fighting strong enemies, so probably not going to use that in my first playthrough. I am happy for this to increase movement speed. GU already had a good movement speed, so to see it running at an even higher movement speed, oh my god, that's going to be ridiculous. GU's movement speed was already the best it's ever been in the Die series, so yeah. This I'm super excited for. The item slots increased to 90. I'm loving that. That's one thing I didn't like about GU, is that everything was maxed at 50. So I'm glad they're increasing everything to 90. Now this item menu shortcuts and short functions added. I can kind of get a gist of what that is, but not necessarily what a gist that is. I'm guessing that's kind of going to be like Kingdom Hearts' shortcut menu, where you'll add like a shortcut to get to your items and stuff like that, which is really cool. So good on you for taking something from Kingdom Hearts and adding it to your game, CyberConnect 2. Certain items have consecutive usage functionality, which I really like. So we'll be able to use certain items consecutively now, which was another one of my complaints about the original PS2 version, that you couldn't use items consecutively. So that's pretty cool. Made easier to see empty equipment slots. I love that. That's one thing I hated, is that I couldn't see my empty equipment slots. So whenever I would play the game, I wouldn't know if I have the right stuff equipped. So that's pretty cool that I'll be able to see that. This I'm really happy for. Gems free are now at 999 items. Same with virus cores. I love that, because that means I won't have to really worry about running out of gems free now. That was my biggest complaint about GU on the PS2, is that you easily run out of gem spheres when you get max of them, because you always have to use them. So I love that. Reduce portability of selling items, or reduce probability of allies selling off items you give them. That I could kind of care less if they're selling off items that are weak, but if they're selling off my good items I just gave them, I'm glad they're fixing that, because that kind of would piss me off. And I think that did happen in the original GU a little bit. Improvements were made to Reminiscence and Volume 3 Redemption. Improvements were made in Volume 2 Reminiscence and Volume 3 Redemption will be reflected in Volume 1 Rebirth and the HD Remaster. Also the improvements in Volume 2 and Volume 3 that were in the PS2 version will be reflected in Volume 1 .G Rebirth. I love that. Better tempo increased with battle rate, raises offensive ability and reduction in hit stop. So I'm guessing what that means is the battle tempo. I'm guessing what they're talking about is the meter for the awakening gauge. That will be increased faster, and some of the abilities in battle will flow faster and stuff like that, which I really like. Because plus the game is running at probably a solid 60 now, so it would have to run faster. Weapon skills increase rate up. I love that. The weapon skills increase rate up. Thank you, Bandai Namco. Thank you, CyberConnect 2, for increasing the weapon skill rate. I love that. Most of these I'm liking so far. Increase experience points gained. Oh, that's cool. So you'll be able to level up faster and all that. I like that. Some powerful enemies have been multi-gated. I'm guessing some powerful enemies have been weakened. That I really don't like, because I like the difficulty of some of the powerful enemies in the original Diag GU. I like that. I'm hoping it's a feature you can turn off. Because I really don't. If I can turn off the feature of the stronger enemies being weakened, then that will make me happy. Scathe shooting speed increased. I don't think we really needed that, because Scathe shooting speed was already pretty fast as is. So to see it even faster, don't think we really needed that, but still I like that. avatar battles have been rebalanced. I will say that is something I saw in the original GU that I realized did need to be fixed. Is some of the avatar battles did need to be rebalanced because they were kind of unbalanced sometimes, especially that Kubia boss battle. That Kubia boss battle was so unbalanced in Redemption. In addition, all the marriage events in Volume 3 Redemption you'll get to do with all characters that become party members. Hells yes. I believe there was a few characters you couldn't do it with, but all characters become party members. You'll be able to have a marriage scene with them. Hells yes. I've been wanting that for years with GU. And now the marriage event can be done with everybody, and the marriage card is probably going to be infinite. We don't know for sure yet, but they're saying you can have multiple marriage events on the same save file. I'm glad. So I can have a harem now in Diag GU and make Aseo be the true harem king over damn Kirito. So hells yes. Alrighty. All movies in the terminal disc are bundled with the special. So pretty much all the terminal disc stuff will be included in the Diag GU file, which I love. I loved watching the terminal disc. It gave so much lore to Diag. I loved having the terminal disc. Now the terminal disc is actually on the same disc as Diag GU and included in it. I love that. And Aseo has an unfamiliar look. So they're giving Aseo a truly new look. If I guess anything, they'll probably give Aseo the look he had in Diag Link in his first form. Or the look he had in one of the novelizations. Because I think Aseo's look in the novelization was a little bit different. Than his look in the actual game. Or they could add the Diag prototype look, Diag GU prototype look for Aseo, which if you remember when Diag GU first released, there was actually a prototype trailer that released before it came out. That year was announced at E3, and when they showed off the prototype look, it looked a lot different than how Aseo looked in the final game. So if they add that prototype look back to the game, I won't have any complaints because I kind of like the prototype look of Aseo. So yes, they had an interview with him, fun thing is, right here, what I was talking about in my video earlier, which is I think is why they did it, because I had said this in my video, which is why they did it, and I didn't even read the article yet to know this is why they did it, but I called it even in the video before this article even got released the night before, that this was the reason they were going to do it. And what do you know? This is the reason they're going to do it. I'm going to read you why they did it. I told you it was too big of a coincidence for them not to do it this year. 2017 is the 15th anniversary since the release of the Diag series. 10 years since the conclusion of Diag GU. It also happened to be the year GU takes place in. That said, it was decided that this year must be one for a reboot. So pretty much they're saying the same thing I said in the night before in my pre-Sony E3 stream, that this year it's too perfect of a year because the 15th anniversary of Diag, 10 years since GU released, and 10 years since GU fully finished releasing, and it's the year GU takes place in. It's too perfect for them not to reboot the Diag series this year. I had said that in my people in my Twitch chat. If they come to this video, they will tell you I said that. They will tell you I said this exact shit. not even reading. This was before this article got released. Before Famitsu even released this article. I freaking called it. I called it to a T that would be the reason they are releasing it. And pretty much the president of Cyberpunk 2 said that is the reason he's doing it. Hiroshi Mashima just said the reason I said is the reason he's doing it. I knew this guy's way of thinking. I knew this guy's way of thinking. I have to be a damn .hack genius. Wow, I even called the reason he would announce this. Man, Hiroshi Mashima, I'm sorry if I called you a Naruto lover. You're not a Naruto lover. You love .hack. Thank you for loving .hack. So, the reason they're going for a remaster instead of a brand new title is because it's been a while. It's been a while, but more importantly, to introduce younger generation of .hack fans to the .hack series, which this will probably make the SEO fans mad because they'll probably be like, .hack is a ripoff of us. But no, .hack isn't you SEO fans. .hack came before SEO, and .hack is the reason your SEO even exists in the first place. I will give SEO this. It made what .hack started popular. It made what .hack started popular. I'll give SEO that. It made the stuck in a VR MMO genre popular. That's the most SAO did, is make it popular to where a ton of other animes started doing it. And we got animes like Log Horizon, No Game No Life, and stuff like that. Trust me, it made that popular. But trust me, SEO is not the one that started it. .hack is. And .hack is going to reclaim its throne as king and become the true most popular VR MMO. Because SEO doesn't deserve that title. SEO does not deserve that title. How much of a crap show it is. And the only reason I like, and the only character I like in SEO, they made into a Kirito waifu. So, yeah, I'm glad this is coming back. So, yeah. And like I said, Wise Remastered are mostly remaking everything. And this is what really got me excited. This is what really got me excited. Finally, there are other plans in the works for the .hack 15th anniversary. So they have other plans in store this year for the .hack 15th anniversary. Meaning we could possibly get .hack Outbreak, Mutation, and .hack Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. The quad trilogy released on PS4 and Steam. If we get that, that will make me happy. Then on top of that, yes, there isn't a Western release announced yet, but like I said, it is coming to PlayStation 4 and PC. And PC games don't really sell in Japan. They don't have Steam like us, so PC games don't really sell well. So I'm almost guessing with this being a PC game, and because Bandai Namco doesn't want it pirated, they're probably going to release it to the West on PC, on Steam. So I'm guessing that PC version, an indication it's coming to the West. So it'll probably come to the West. It will probably come to the West, probably a few months, or if not a month later after it releases in Japan. So I'm liking all these features announced so far. So yeah, they have other plans in store. I'm really hoping these other plans in store are for one for us to get .hack. Or for one for us to get .hack Link on the PS4, but also get Dot Hack Versus on the PS4 and Dot Hack and also a new Dot Hack game. So I'm hoping this kicks the ball for Dot Hack truly returning. So yes, and apparently what one of my friends told me, they're supposed to be talking about more info on Friday. So most likely we'll probably be getting a trailer Friday, and I'll do a live reaction on Twitch when that new info or new trailer drops Friday. Because they're saying they're going to reveal more features and info for Dot Hack GU Last Recorde on Friday. So that's got me excited. So yes, this has been UncleShal. I know this video has went over and is like at the 21-minute mark, but I had to go through all these keynote features, and I plan on getting a whole discussion going with 2 other Dot Hack YouTubers about this GU trilogy being announced and possibly other things that could come out of this after all the info is announced on Friday. But I'm getting a whole discussion together with me and 2 other YouTubers that make videos on Dot Hack. One of them you guys know, I mentioned him in my last video, is Dean Swarlam1. He loves Dot Hack. I put on trying to do a video with him, and the other guy is a guy that I recently found out last year. He did a whole entire retrospective on Dot Hack, and he deserves way more subscribers than what he has and way more views on the video than what he gets. His name is Shinta Reviews. He's like a Dot Hack Linkara. He's like Linkara and Nostalgia Critic, but only with JRPGs and Dot Hack. So Shinta Reviews, I'm gonna ask you to be in a video with me and Dean Swarlam1 if you watch this. So yeah, I'm probably gonna send this video. So yeah, but until next time, people, this has been UncleShal saying God bless, take care, and until the next Dot Hack video, which will most likely be Friday, take care, and I'll catch you guys later. My voice is going away, so I have to let it recover for the night.
遠くを見たその瞳